we'd like to sincerely thank our Patreon supporters.
Hey guys, how's it going? So I am here with Mama Wolf today, and we are going to be feeding some chickens, starting off our day with feeding chickens, feeding some rabbits, and we've got a couple of things that we're going to work on today, including moving the rabbits' feeders onto the outside of their enclosures. So right now, they're mounted on the inside, and to make it a little bit easier when we go to feed them, it'd be nice to have this mounted on the outside to be able to very easily open that up and have this part on the inside. What's up, you guys? So we're gonna be working on that today. We're also gonna be checking out some plants that we've got growing and starting. I started a bunch of seedlings a week or two ago, and we're gonna be checking out how those are doing. So stay tuned.
So what do you just take your hand?
Yep, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna scoop some of that food out and throw it on the ground. You can see they enjoy running after it. So in this mix, this is an all flock pellet mix. So that is 18% protein for chickens and turkeys. And I have black oil sunflower seed mixed in there as well. They really enjoy that as a treat. And they've also got some scratch grain in there too. So some of our chicken breeds, that is a speckled Sussex right there. This is one of our egg layers. I don't remember if this is a golden comet or an Isa Brown. It's one of those. That's probably the golden comet right there. We've got our broad-breasted white turkey and some laced Wyandottes here. A couple of bantams. That little white chicken is a bantam right there. And then of course our Ayam Samani rooster that loves Jerry so much. I don't know.
Oh, so now we get into the sunflower seeds.
Yep. Oh, they love those. They definitely.
And you stay in this area, right?
Yeah, I mean, we can put it anywhere, but I've typically been feeding them on this side of the pen. And there's our turkey. All right, so I got a little distracted because we were on our way to the shop to go get pliers to start working on the wire cages and the feeders for the rabbits. But I remembered about a week ago or so, we had planted a sausage tree that Kenan gave us here, and our fig trees down there. So this guy has been doing pretty good so far. We were just gonna give him a little bit of a water at his base. But I can't wait to see the weird fruit. Is it fruit that comes off of these?
Yeah.
All right, and then over here, we've got our figs. So the figs have been putting off a lot of new growth, which is really awesome. All these new buds that are coming in on the figs. There's new growth here. New growth in here. Everything that is green is new growth. Yep. Those tiny little leaves.
Oh, look at there too.
Yep, they're coming in right there as well. So this was a store-bought fig, but these two figs are actually the ones that my grandfather had propagated and the ones that have been in my family for 35 to 40 years. But this guy's got some, yep, some brand new growth coming in on him as well.
Oh, yeah, over here.
And it's crazy because I don't see any stress from this tree having just recently been transplanted into the ground. I mean, its leaves never wilted, it never looked unhappy, it just got into the ground and started shooting off brand new growth. And this guy here, is so happy that he's even got a fig on him.
Gosh.
Oh, shoot. He's got three.
Oh,
three total.
Oh my.
That's pretty awesome. Can't wait to make fig preserves with all of these figs that are going to be coming. So I had forgotten to include the fact that when we planted these, Jerry had made a little bit of a basin at the bottom of these trees. That way when we water them, the water doesn't just immediately run out. It can take the time to soak into the soil there. That way they really soak up all that water. And the bottom of the trees have that protection on there for when he comes through to weed whack as well. So something else. I'm curious if anybody has ever tried this before. So we collected some quail eggs from the quail, and I have seen before that people will take these and cook them over a campfire and eat them whole, shell and all. And I'm really curious if anybody has actually tried that before, because in theory it sounds really good. The people that I've watched eat them like that always make them look really delectable. So they just pop the whole thing in their mouth and eat them whole after roasting them over a campfire.
Okay.
But I think we're also going to try and incubate some of these soon, so we're going to save some back and not put them all into the feeding bin for the monitors, and try and incubate some baby quail here pretty soon. Alright guys, so we've got the very first of the rabbit feeders mounted to the outside. That way she can eat from here, and we can very easily open that up and fill that in instead of having to open a cage every single time we want to feed a rabbit. So I've gone ahead and cut this one here, this cage, so that we can get this next box mounted. If you wouldn't mind holding that for me. And here's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna come in, get that wire around on this side. Actually, have a little bit more pull through. Excuse me, Lavender. This going through on this side. Okay. And we're gonna get that tightened up. So this will save a lot of time when coming in to feed the rabbits, and it'll make it easier to be able to check and see how much food everybody's got going on too. And that one we're not going to worry about curling around too much. Very sturdy. So now she's got that mounted on there. Now this cage does have this hardwire cloth on here, because this is one of the cages for when they have babies, and the babies are so small when they're young that they can actually slip through these gaps. So I have to have these on here. Now, back where I had them before, I had a large kennel that surrounded all of the rabbits. That way I could cycle them in and out. I could have rabbits running around on the ground while I was cleaning them or caring for them, and I would rotate them that way. You can't have all the rabbits running around all at once, because if you had males running around with females, there'd be
More bunnies.
More bunnies. At times you might not necessarily want more bunnies. So they do get their times in and out of these cages, and these are not their permanent cages. We are going to be making them larger hutches at some point. But for now, and for the move down to Florida, this is what they've got. So we're gonna be working on that at some point too. And another thing that we get to do this week is make them some nesting boxes. So some of these rabbits got paired up, and gestation for rabbit breeding is only about 30 days. So they have babies within 30 days of meeting their suitors. And this girl right here, as well as a few others here, are going to be having babies very, very soon. So one project that we're going to be working on is building some rabbit nesting boxes. It's funny because Jerry actually calls them lay boxes because of the lizards, but rabbits don't lay eggs. Rabbits have live birth, so they're not lay boxes. they are nesting boxes, but that's okay. Jerry likes to name things. All right, guys, so we just came back from lunch. We're about to jump back into working on getting the rabbits' feeders installed on their cages, but I wanted to give a little update on some of the seedlings that I had started the other week. They are doing very well. So this is my tray of tomatoes. I think I had started in total 504 seedlings. So these are all of our different varieties of tomatoes. So I think there's 72 in here. There's a few that didn't sprout. We got one here. We got a few in this variety back there that didn't sprout, but those are doing pretty good. And then all of my peppers I started up a little after the tomatoes. The tomatoes had a head start. But this whole tray is all poblano peppers. Since both Jerry and I really love the poblanos, I wanted to really focus on these. And then we got different brands here like Fairy Morse, Lake Valley, Baker Creek, and our local green market that we loved the pepper from so much that I had collected the seeds and started those. So it's funny that the ones that I had collected from that pepper that we ate are doing way better and sprouting more consistently than some of those other brands. Then we've got these peppers over here. I just started this tray yesterday. And then outside, these are some of our peas and beans and some squash over here too that I had started. So all of these, they're starting to get to the point where they're wanting to go up trellises. You can see that these peas are putting out those little feelers to see where they can start hanging on to stuff and spreading out. So these guys are probably gonna be in these trays about a week longer before I either transition them into some raised beds, if we can try and get that done, or some pots, or some smaller pots until we can get them into their final areas. I think some of these beans I am going to try and put into the monitor cages though, just to see, one, how they do in the soil that's in the monitor cages, and two, I think it would look really nice if these were trellising up the sides of the monitor cages, and then we could go through, say hello to the monitors, and pick some beans while we're at it. All right guys, it's the next day, and all of the rabbit feeders are mounted on the front of the rabbit enclosures now, so it is way easier to access them and get them fed. And I've got my helper here with me.
I'm so nervous in front of the camera. What am I supposed to what do I do with my hands?
You're a natural.
Not really.
And he's gonna go through and just give everybody a scoop. The turkey's real excited. She thinks that's for her. What's it smell like?
Alfalfa or something?
Yeah, it's like a mix.
I gotta keep an eye on where the rooster is.
Don't worry, he's behind me. I won't let him get you.
I don't have my stick.
Oh.
Wait, are there any with 2 in there that I'm supposed to be giving a little extra? Or
Nope, I already did that one.
you set it up where I couldn't make any mistakes?
Yep,
I like that.
straightforward. Earlier today, I had made some carrot sticks for snacks, and I peeled them so the rabbits and the chickens both got carrot snacks.
I didn't get any.
They're in the fridge.
Oh.
So next time we'll be working on getting those rabbit nesting boxes, lay boxes, done.
Yeah, that's what I want to keep calling them, lay boxes.
And hopefully next time we can show you guys some baby bunnies. That would be super cool.
Yeah, monitor food.
Oh God. Thank you guys for watching and checking out the adventures. Until next time.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. See you soon.